the location that I'm at. I just am hoping that I don't have any visitors here.
Oh, go, 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 go.
What the hell is that?
Venturing into abandoned buildings alone at night can be terrifying. But what happens when you encounter someone or something you'd rather never meet? Tonight, we're diving into the 6 most disturbing abandoned building encounters ever recorded. These clips will make you think twice about ever stepping into abandoned buildings ever again. Let's delve straight into this first disturbing encounter. Meet Jordan and Johnny, 2 friends with a shared passion for exploring the creepiest, most haunted places they can find, while documenting it all to share on their YouTube channel, Paranormies. From ghostly encounters in haunted hotels to dark presences in decaying churches, nothing is too eerie for them. They live for the thrill and the possibility of capturing real paranormal evidence to share with their audience. And in this particular video, they've set their sights on an old, crumbling farmhouse, built in the late 1940s. The stories surrounding this place are enough to make anyone think twice before stepping inside. Allegedly, no one ever managed to live there for longer than 2 or 3 years at a time. Each new resident reported strange, unexplained phenomena, disembodied voices, things moving on their own, chilling footsteps in empty rooms. Eventually, every single one of them packed up and left. Over time, the property developed a reputation among locals, not just for being haunted, but for being demonic. Abandoned, overgrown, and long since vandalized, the farmhouse now sits in eerie silence, waiting. And that's exactly why Jordan and Johnny decided they had to investigate it for themselves. It's April 10th, 2021, as the 2 friends arrive at the location. The moment they step out of the car, an unsettling atmosphere seems to settle over them. The silence, the decay, the weight of the stories they've heard. It's all heavy in the air. But they do their best to shake it off, reminding themselves that this could just be the power of suggestion.
So it's got to be that window?
It'd be that window, barn. Shine the light back here. Yo, Johnny.
What?
Yeah, there's a barn back there. Oh, I can't really see it on my camera. So yeah, it would have been that window. She saw the figure creeping in. Well, let's go inside, check it out.
At first, it's easy to miss. But if you look closely at the upstairs window, you'll notice something deeply unsettling. Just as Jordan and Johnny begin to approach the house, a dark shape appears in the window, what looks like long, shadowy fingers briefly curling around the window frame, before quickly retreating out of sight. Totally unaware of what they've already captured on camera, Johnny and Jordan step inside the house, confident, maybe even a little excited, thinking they're ready to face whatever is hiding within these decaying walls. At first, everything feels familiar. Dust-covered furniture, peeling wallpaper, silence heavy in the air. Just like any other abandoned building they've explored. They begin their walkthrough, setting up ghost hunting equipment and attempting to communicate with whatever might still be lingering here. But no matter how many questions they ask, no clear responses come through. Only a few faint knocks, the occasional rustle, sounds that could easily be dismissed as mice or wind slipping through the cracks. But just as they begin to let their guard down, the atmosphere totally shifts.
Boy. Johnny.
Did you hear that? What was that?
I heard something.
It was this light bulb, dude.
A light bulb.
Look. Oh my God.
That wasn't already there?
No. The reason that I know that the light bulb was in the socket during the sensor deprivation scene and was the cause of the popping noise that we heard is because during the walkthrough I actually went and looked at the lights around the house, and it is the reason I went over to the breaker box to see if there was even power. We noticed there was hydro lines running to the building, so we actually checked to see if there was hydro as soon as we got there. We noticed that there was a table that was off to the side, and Jordan's never done table tipping before. It's something I did. This next clip that you're about to watch could have been caused by multiple different reasons, but maybe I'm a dick, maybe I'm an asshole, and I put Jordan in jeopardy and my family as well, and for that I apologize, and say what you will in the comments to me about taking something from a location. But when everyone was gone, I was doing a bit of B-roll, and I took this object, and I believe, I mean, we've talked about it, and we think that it was a handmade address number for the house, and we don't know if there was some significant value to any kind of spirit residing there or whatever. But after I'd taken it, I forgot I had it in my house. It was in my camera bag, and there was one night where Jordan was going to come over and we were going to review the scene of what you're about to see and just kind of wrap our heads around it and figure out what could have caused this and try and debunk it in any way, which we cannot. And I went upstairs to use the bathroom, and I heard somebody walking around my house, and then I heard somebody, a female, saying hello. I thought it was my fiance. I didn't know exactly what it was. It didn't sound like her, but I immediately called Jordan and to see how close he was to my house. He hadn't left his house yet. So I just kind of stood in the corner of my kitchen and waited until he got there. And to this, I mean, still to this day, I don't know what it was or if it was caused by this. I'll be returning it, but see for yourself. Okay, here, take this camera. And I'll grab this camera. And then let's
table tipping.
Yeah, I kind of want to just show.
Is that what it's called?
It's called table tipping, yeah.
It is? Okay. I didn't know if it had like an official name or something.
Okay, yeah, so I kind of want to set up a camera in that corner there, and I want to set up a camera either in this corner or... Stop.
Dude, what was that?
What? Jordan.
What?
Are you okay?
Are you okay?
Where should we go, dude? I want to get out of here for a minute, dude. I don't want to go
upstairs.
over
Go
there.
upstairs.
Grab that light. Fuck. Oh man, my heart's beating.
This was too much for Jordan and Johnny. Whatever was happening inside that house was enough to shake even these seasoned explorers. They stopped filming then and there and left the house as quickly as they could. But one question still lingers. Could it be that whatever was haunting this place became angry because of the item Johnny had taken home, as he mentioned in the video? Did they unknowingly disturb something that wasn't meant to be touched? I guess that's a mystery that may never be solved. But one thing is certain. This night left a mark on both of them. And for all the places they've explored before and since, they both agree. They'll never forget what happened inside that house. So, what do you think caused that table to be thrown? Could it have been a demonic spirit that is said to linger in this house? Now, if you thought this first clip was unsettling, just wait. This was only the beginning of these terrifying experiences captured on camera. This is Frank, the creator behind the popular YouTube channel you may have heard about named Franco TV, a channel known for venturing into the eerie, the abandoned, and the downright unsettling. With a fearless mindset and an insatiable curiosity about the unknown, Frank has made it his mission to explore the places that most people would never dare to visit, especially not after dark. In this video, Frank takes us along on a long-anticipated investigation of a massive, abandoned mansion that's been sitting silently in decay for years. He's had his eye on this location for quite some time, and tonight, he finally gets the chance to explore it. But it won't take long before he begins to realize maybe this wasn't the best idea after all. It's August 10th, 2024. As Frank approaches the mansion, he already feels a weight in the air. The area itself is known for its bad reputation. Crime, theft, and unsettling activity all too common. Still, undeterred, he moves forward. Cautiously, but determined not to let fear or rumor get in the way of his exploration. And as he almost reaches the abandoned house, the real investigation begins.
So I've just made it into, yet again, another dangerous part of town. But this is how I like it. I am so happy to be back in the zone right now. But I have to be very, very careful because there's a lot of thieves and a lot of choros and bandits all over this place. But I've made it into the abandoned mansion area. This is the location that I'm at. I just am hoping that I don't have any visitors here. I was looking up on Google Maps and I found it. Oh shit. I thought those were gunshots. I thought I just got shot, I'm not gonna lie. Holy shit, that scared the hell out of me. I legit thought somebody just came out of one of the houses and just started shooting at me. This is the entrance to the mansion. Look at this place. I'm getting nervous, so I'm starting to get a little bit hot.
Frank has finally made it inside the mansion. At first glance, it seems like many of the other abandoned places he explored before: peeling wallpaper, collapsed ceilings, and eerie remnants of a life once lived. The house is silent, its history soaked into the decaying walls, and the air thick with stillness. But as he begins to wander deeper through the long-forgotten halls and crumbling rooms, something about this place starts to feel off.
And there's red stains on the door. And there's more suspicious red stains on the wall. What the hell is that? What scares me with this is that this definitely looks like real blood. And this too. Looks like somebody was like putting their bloody hand around the wall, like they were waiting in here for a while. But what's even more interesting is this. What the hell is this? If you guys have any idea what this is, let me know. But this is disgusting. It even stinks in this room. What the hell is that? Hola?
It seems that Frank's gut feeling was right all along. Something wasn't sitting well here. A strong sense of being watched settled over him, as if unseen eyes were tracking his every move from the shadows. All he could think now was that he wasn't alone. Still, despite the knot in his stomach, Frank's curiosity was stronger than his fear. Whatever, or whoever, was in here, he was determined to find out.
Hola? Holy shit, this thing just went off. I want to make sure nobody walked in here. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it to night vision for now and keep exploring down the hall. But ironically, I feel a little bit more safer when it's all dark because nobody sees me with a light on. Listen. The thing went off again. What the hell is up with this thing? I can't see it. I'm gonna have to turn on my light. There it is. I'm gonna take this with me. In fact, I'm gonna put this right here. I don't know if this thing's defected or what, but this is the only toy that I found in this place thus far.
The fact that this toy seemed to be making sounds on its own left Frank with a strange mix of emotions. On one hand, he felt a slight sense of relief. At least it didn't seem like another person was hiding in the building, trying to mess with him. But that relief didn't last long, because if no one else was here, then what, or who, was triggering the toy?
I switched over to my other camera. I thought I felt safer, completely dark. I lied. I definitely do not. What the fuck? Hola? Hola? What was that? I literally saw what looked like an arm. It looked like a kid's arm just pushed the door open. That's the room I just came from. Oh my god. The hell is that?
Frank wasn't entirely sure of what he had just seen, but his camera had captured it clearly. An arm, small like that of a child, pushing the door open, only to vanish into the darkness just seconds later. So, after a moment of hesitation, with his heart racing and instincts screaming at him, Frank decided to step outside, to catch his breath and try to steady his nerves. Maybe, from the outside, he could spot some movement through the windows of the old mansion, or confirm that whatever he saw was just his mind playing tricks on him.
See if I got any movement. That's that whole hallway. And then right here is the big window. What the hell is that? Oh, shit. That look. Oh, fuck. Hold on. Oh my god, this thing. I'm sorry, I walked into a plant. You could see the difference in temperature right here on the window. Hold on, I'm gonna turn off my light. I can't see anything. Hold on. I'm gonna turn it back on. I can't see anything. I legit just saw a kid staring at me. I thought it was something else, like an illusion or something reflecting, but it moved. It moved right in there, and if you look to the side, it doesn't seem to be anything. Check this room here. Look, what the fuck? Look at this. Oh, I'm sorry, this camera's a little bit weird. There's literally handprints, little kid handprints all over the window. I am 100% convinced that there is a kid inside this building. Or a ghost of one. But I just seen it right here, peeking right out, and then went right back in. That's that whole hallway. And then right here is the big window. What the hell is that?
Now that Frank was certain he had seen a child inside the abandoned house, he wasted no time and made his way straight to the security guard who had allowed him onto the property. But to Frank's surprise, the guard wasn't shocked. He was already familiar with reports of children being seen around the area and inside the house. But no one had ever managed to find one, let alone help them. One thing was clear: no child should be anywhere near a place like this, especially not after dark. The encounter left Frank deeply unsettled. With a heavy heart and not wanting to risk scaring the child even more, Frank decided to leave. He was overwhelmed with a sense of regret that he couldn't do more, and sadness at the thought that maybe, just maybe, there was someone in there still waiting, or trapped. The night ended in silence, but the many questions, they stayed loud in Frank's mind. With no clear answers, this encounter left Frank and thousands of viewers grappling with a chilling mystery that sparked endless speculation. And with that, let's head on to the next chilling encounter that has been captured on. Luckily, this encounter ended well, but who knows what might have happened if they had come across the wrong person. Thankfully, for now, we'll not know the answer to that question. And with that unsettling thought, let's move on to the next clip. Meet Del and David, two friends with a shared passion for uncovering the unknown. On their YouTube channel, Signs and Signals, they fearlessly explored the most mysterious and unsettling places they could find. From haunted, long-forgotten buildings to nights spent in eerie graveyards, their drive to capture unexplainable evidence always pushed them past the limits of fear. But sadly, since Del's passing, the channel has understandably gone quiet. But this video remains one of their most compelling investigations. In this episode, the two venture into a house that had been left abandoned for years. The owners, convinced the place was haunted, fled and never looked back. And despite many attempts, the house still hasn't been sold to this day. That alone was reason enough for Del and David to want to explore it. But what they didn't realize was that stepping inside might have been a mistake. It's July 5th, 2021. As Del and David arrive, they wasted no time heading in, eager to see for themselves what drove the owners away. But they'd soon find out. The crumbling walls weren't the only thing waiting inside.
There's a lot of stuff, there's a lot of stuff left over, and it looks like they left in a hurry.
The renovating process, I'll tell you that.
It looks like somebody's been here after they tried to renovate. I doubt they will leave it.
Maybe, I don't know how long they haven't been here for. Like after they got done trying to fix the place up.
I know you just heard that.
2 knocks. 3 knocks. What's that, 3 knocks? Something jumps out of me right here. Yeah, so I figured they both just... Oh god, dude, it stinks worse back here than it did earlier, bro.
Dude, it smells like sulfur or something.
God, dude, come on, bro. Come here. Come here. Jesus.
That stinks.
Maybe it was that phone. I don't know. Get the hell out of here, bro. Dude, that was not like that. A minute ago, bro. That is dang.
All of a sudden, just after hearing a strange, unexplained knocking sound, one of the rooms gets filled with an unbearable stench, so strong and overwhelming that Del and David were forced to retreat and move into another part of the house. But they barely had time to question where the smell had come from when something else quickly pulled their attention away. Something far more unsettling.
Del, someone's here. Is there someone knocking on the door?
Dude. David.
No, that's in the back. That's in the back still.
Dude.
It's in the back
It
still.
stinks in here all the way in here now.
Oh my God.
Bro. God, man. David, I'm done with this. Dude, I think we should need to go, man. We should need to go.
Oh, go, 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 go. Hell.
The video cuts off here, and we can only assume that Del and David left the property as quickly as possible after what they experienced. And honestly, who could blame them? But it leaves us with lingering questions. What exactly was going on inside that house? Could it truly have been haunted by something dark, something responsible for the strange noises and that sudden, overwhelming stench? Or was it all just an elaborate hoax for the camera? In the end, you be the judge. Some mysteries are better left unsolved. And with that being said, prepare yourself for. This next clip, shared on December 23rd, 2023, by the popular YouTube channel Big Banks, run by urban explorer Carter. Known for traveling the world in search of forgotten places, Carter documents the remnants of the past, uncovering both beauty and darkness for his viewers to experience alongside him. In this particular video, Carter journeys deep into the rural south of the United States, where he explores a chillingly isolated abandoned house, one that hides a deeply disturbing history. According to the story, this house was once the scene of a horrific crime. A young girl was kidnapped and held captive in the basement, hidden away from the world. Fortunately, she was eventually rescued and reunited with her family. But to this day, the house remains eerily frozen in time, left exactly as it was when authorities stormed in to save her. Every room tells a grim story. The furniture, the personal items, everything untouched, as if holding its breath. But the most unsettling part of all is the basement. the very place where this girl was held against her will. And now, Carter is stepping into that same space, documenting what remains of a nightmare that, sadly, was all too real.
Down here for this door, so nobody could get out. But apparently, guys, it was right back here where she was found. So it gets really creepy when we see it back here. Apparently they found her chained somewhere in this room, which I don't see where it would have been. There's tarp here for some reason. All the breakers and the cinder block wall. This is just like the most creepy vibe I've had inside of a room before, knowing what was in here, but no telling what actually happened down here. Only the girl would know. It's insane. This is the room where the girl was found chained up. And this might have been like the only blanket they gave her. Looks thick. And maybe that's where the guy kept her. Super creepy, eerie vibes right in here.
It must have been an incredibly surreal and unsettling experience for Carter to stand in that basement. A space where someone endured unthinkable trauma. Just being in a place like that, knowing the darkness it once held, sends a chill down your spine. The air itself seems heavy, with memories that should never have existed. We can only hope that the young girl, who was brave enough to survive such horror, is now living a peaceful and fulfilling life, far away from the shadows of that place. This house may stand abandoned and quiet now, but the story it holds is one that will never be forgotten. And that's the thing about places like this. They might look empty, but sometimes the silence speaks louder than anything else. What would you do if you found yourself in a place with that kind of past? Let us know in the comments. And as always, stay curious, but cautious. This was an encounter that James will never forget. One that made him rethink the dangers that our life has to offer. And with that in mind, let's head into the last disturbing encounter. That comes from the YouTube channel Bandolani, a channel dedicated to the world of urban exploring. Since 2016, Bando has been sharing his daring adventures, documenting some of the most fascinating and decayed locations across the globe. While his main focus is showcasing the beauty of forgotten places, sometimes these explorations reveal a much darker and more unsettling side. And that's exactly what happened in this particular clip, where Bando, along with a few friends, decided to explore a massive abandoned asylum known as Eloise. It's June 2nd, 2018. As the group finally makes their way inside, one of the first things they notice sends a chill down their spines. The power is still on, all in a building that's supposedly been abandoned for years. At first, they worry it could mean the site is still actively guarded, but that would soon become the least of their concerns. Because something about Eloise isn't just strange, it's off. And it doesn't take long before the group realizes that there may be more than just decaying walls and silent rooms waiting for them inside.
Fucking abandoned hospital with all the power on. Holy shit. This is weird. This is the most untouched place I've ever fucking found, bro. I've ever been in.
Up to this point, the alarm, despite clearly still having power, had remained silent. It gave them a sense of relief, as if maybe they'd lucked out and could explore without any interruptions. But just as the group began to relax and get comfortable with their surroundings, the uneasy calm was shattered. Because things were about to take a turn for the worse.
Did you just hear that fucking like, that was not a cop car or nothing, that was like...
That sounded like a scream.
What the hell is that? What the fuck is that? Wait, this is for witchcraft. Holy shit. Trash goes down this hole right here. Bro, what the fuck? No, dude, this is fucking quality video.
The fact that this room was so strangely set up, and that those ominous footsteps followed right after, was more than enough for the group to call it quits. Whatever thrill they had felt at first was now replaced by a creeping dread. The thought that someone deliberately arranged that room and was possibly still in the building with them made the air feel heavier with every step. Without hesitation, they made their way out of the building as quickly and quietly as possible. Thankfully, they got out unharmed, but the experience left them shaken. What had started as an exciting and tense exploration quickly turned into something far more disturbing. And even now, they can't stop thinking about that room, and who or what was watching them from the shadows. Now that's all for today, folks. If you want to see more of this creepy content, click on the video on screen.